What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're gonna be covering COD World War II. Uh, let's see. It's the second greatest COD of all time, in my opinion. So it's 2021, and I'm still playing COD World War II. Like I said, I think it's the greatest. It's the second greatest COD of all time. That's just my opinion. It's a easy COD, man. It's not overly complicated. It's not a lot to it. It's just move and shoot, man. And I think I like that more than most new cards out today. So as you can see, I'm using the Type 100. When I first started this game, that's what I started off with. I love the Type 100. It's a versatile SMG, and as you can see in this gameplay, doing pretty good. But like I said, man, this COD is a great COD, man. It's an underrated COD. A lot of people left, when the new CODs came out, like Black Ops 4 and like Infinite Warfare and those type of CODs. I'm not that type of player. I don't like those type of CODs. It's not really something that I'm interested in. That's why I stuck with this game for so long. It's 2021 now, and it's 4 years. Probably in October of this year, but it's 4 years nonetheless. So I just want to know if you guys are still playing. You still grinding this COD. I'm still grinding it. I've never lost any interest in the COD whatsoever. It's some people say it's boring. It's a boring COD. It's not. I mean, it's not really boring to me. I never got disinterested in this COD or felt a lack of excitement or just wanting to play the COD. Like this COD has really pushed it. Now movement and speed. Moving on. With this game, it's a lot of shoot and move, ADS, twitch movement, and just getting your shots on target. Most of this comes down to your settings for your sensitivity and your look sensitivity and things of that nature. But a lot of it comes down to reaction time and just moving your analogs in a real fast type of way. You want to kind of walk and not run everywhere. Just make sure you're checking your corners, and when it's time to shoot, you're shooting. You're not delaying your shots. You're not waiting for the other guy to make a move. It's more awareness, reaction time, and anticipating the movement of your opponent. What is he gonna do next? Is he gonna move a certain way, or is he gonna jump shot, chop shot, those type of things? Like, you gotta anticipate those things, because guys who play this game really do those type of things. They'll jump shot, they'll drop shot. So you gotta anticipate those type of movements and really play to your strengths in the game, not necessarily anyone else's. But for its movement, speed, and mechanics, they got everything right in this game. That's just my opinion. I believe they got the pace, they got the speed, everything right. And most of it came after the overhaul update. Granted, it didn't start off well. This COD didn't start off that great. One of the worst launches in history. We all know that. But after the overhaul, I'm not sure too many people came back to this game, and it was a real disservice and to them for not coming back and playing. I'm still playing strong in 2021. Hope you guys are too. But like I said, with movement and speed, it comes down to reaction time. This is a, simple shooter. It's a simple twitch, fast-paced to moderate-paced shooter, and as long as you get your shots on target and you stay steady with your aim, you can get kills. You can rack up a bunch of kills and get some good gameplays and just enjoy the game. It's not a lot of stress with this COD. With other CODs, it's almost like you're playing Major League Gaming, in every game. And let's move on to weapons and balance. Weapons and balance, man. Weapons, I believe this COD World War II has the second best weapon variety out of any COD. That's just my opinion. I just think the variety of weapons that they gave you in this game is highly underrated. I mean, a lot of people, didn't like certain weapons, they didn't like, the feel of this COD. They said it was, it wasn't realistic and all of those things, but it's a video game, man. So, but as far as the weapons and the balancing, it all balanced out. Every weapon balanced itself. And, whatever you wanted to use, whatever weapon you wanted to have, or the versatility in the weapons, they gave it all to you, and they supported this game, well past the life cycle. So, in my opinion, this COD has a great weapon variety. Some of the best weapons that I've used, like I said, is the Type 100, MP40. I like the grease gun, as you can see now, and the crossbow. I really love the crossbow. Crossbow is really nice if you can use it, if you can maneuver and get shots quickly with it. You can do a lot of damage and rack up some kills as well. But overall, this game with weapons and balance, it got everything right. Divisions and basic trainings will help, and we're going to cover that now. So, divisions. So, my favorite division, I would say, is the armored division, because it's versatile. It covers a lot of ground. It covers a lot of areas where you might be weak in, or you might be vulnerable in. So it covers all of those things. But for as the basic trainers, you have mountain, you have airborne, you have armor, you have infantry, and expeditionary. Now, it's based off of how you play and what your play style is and what you want to use. But for me, armored, and I believe we have some extra ones that came out after the game release, which is commando. But I believe armored, commando, and I would say infantry are some of the best divisions. Basic trainings will help, in getting that extra push and giving you that extra edge if you equip them correctly to each division and having a good setup. Me personally, the best basic training I would say I like is Forge. I really like Forge. It's like Scavenger, for older people who played older cards, but it's like Scavenger. You supply your ammo over time, and you'll never run out of ammo. It's good. Score streaks. Let's get into score streaks. Score streaks are good. They're not the best, but overall they're great for me. They're straight and to the point. They weren't that good when the game first came out, but they're better now, in my opinion. I mean, I just been playing it for so long, so it really didn't bother me. But I typically use the ball turn gunner. It's one of the peak, score streaks that I use. I rarely use like paratroopers or anything like that. I really like the ball turn gunner, and I would say the mortar strike, because you can hit multiple areas at once, so it's really effective in accumulating kills. And other than that, I'm firebombing runs and stuff like that. I tend not to use those because they shake up the screen so much, and so I tend not to use those. They're effective, in racking up kills, but for my personal play style and preference, I don't typically use those type of runs, like the bombing runs, because they shake the screen, and it's kind of hard to navigate the map when it affects your screen as well as the enemy screen. So if it didn't affect the enemy screen as much, then your allied screen so much, or your team screen so much, then I would use it a little bit more, but I don't typically use it as much as some other players that may use it. But whatever your preference is, man, whatever you want to use, you can use it. Just have fun in the game. Score streaks that I use are basic, like I said, the UAV or the recon plane, mortar, and ball turn gunner. Shipment is a good map to accumulate a lot of kills and get some good numbers. It's a small map, small space. You gotta be on your P's and Q's when you're playing shipment, because you can either get trapped or it just can be a good game or a bad game. But shipment is a fast-paced map, quick and to the point, and you can get a lot of kills using your score streaks on these type of maps, because it's a small space. There's not a lot of places for enemies to take cover, so you can get a lot of kills that way. But like I said, let me know, guys, if you're enjoying the game, enjoying how the game plays now versus when the game first came out. But like I said, score streaks on shipment or smaller maps, they typically don't do too much on maps with a lot of buildings and places for enemies to hide in. So guys, hopefully you guys are enjoying World War II, because I still am in 2021. Hope everyone had a good New Year's, and with everything going on with the world today. Just take time to relax and enjoy your favorite games, whatever they may be. This is one of my games that I play to relax, so hopefully you guys are still enjoying it, because I am. COD World War II, man, second greatest COD of all time in my opinion. I'll catch y'all guys on the next one.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.